The Cavalcade of America, sponsored by the DuPont Company, maker of better things for better living through chemistry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Cavalcade of America, sponsored by DuPont. Tonight we present a comedy melodrama, The Cook on the P.T. Boat Writes Home. William Bendix is our star, and our play is written by Frank Gabrielson. All characters and code signals used in tonight's play are fictitious. DuPont presents The Cavalcade of America with William Bendix as Joe Caldwell in The Cook on the P.T. Boat Writes Home. Nick's Diner at Main and Front Streets, January 1942.
Hi, Glamorous.
Oh, good evening, Don. What are you going to have?
One hamburger special, gorgeous, and a cup of that mud pack yourself for coffee.
One special, draw one.
And look, Glamorous, tell Joe I want it rare, huh?
Tiger meat, Nick.
Nick? Where's Joe? Isn't he working today?
Well, Joe ain't here no more. Nick's doing the cooking. Joe's going in the Navy tomorrow.
The Navy? What's the idea? Well, that's terrible.
How is it so terrible about that? He's going to fight for his Uncle Sam. That's terrible?
Oh, well, I didn't mean that, Nick. Only Joe's the swellest cook in this town.
Yeah, what's the matter with you, Saunders? Shouldn't the Navy eat good like you, huh?
Well, sure, Nick, sure. You've got me wrong. It's swell he's enlisting. I wish I was young enough to myself, see?
How do you like your hamburger, rare?
Yeah, only not too rare. Oh, if only Joe was here, he'd get some perfect.
You want him to spend his last night here, so you got hamburgers. You think Joe Caldwell's nuts to spend his last night home over the hot stove?
That's the prettiest sound in the world, Sally.
What is, Joe?
A steak broiling. We need about 2 minutes more on that. There, the broccoli's done. Say, where's your mother keep her paprika, Sally? I want her for the baked potatoes.
I'll get it, Joe.
Sure was nice of you to ask me for dinner tonight, honey.
It's nothing at all, Joe. No trouble. Here's the paprika.
Thanks. This is my idea of heaven, messing around a kitchen with you.
Oh, Joe.
Well, what's the matter, honey?
I don't want you to go away.
Oh, I'm coming back, honey. You and me are going to get married.
Oh, Joe.
And someday we're going to have that place we dream about, Sally Lou. Red leather boots and chromium and a big jukebox.
Oh, gee, Joe. You make everything sound so romantic.
I thought of a name for it, too.
What, Joe?
Joe's Place.
Oh, Joey.
Don't cry no more, Sally. I'm going to be okay. You know, I think I'm going to like the Navy.
Will you promise to write?
Sure. I'm going to try and get on a PT boat, Sally. They're all volunteers practically, and the officers are all college guys. It ought to be a very high-class bunch of appetites.
And you promise to write, Joe?
Sure. And another thing with the Navy. You go lots of places. There's no harm in knowing how the other half eats.
But you got to write, Joey. You may be off you don't know where. Panama, Hawaii, the South Sea Islands.
All right, Sally.
Think of it, Joe. The South Sea Islands.
All right, Sally. All right. Dear Sally Lou, sorry it's been so long since my last letter, but we've been busy. I shouldn't ought to write now if my icebox needs cleaning, but I got to tell somebody about last night or bust. It was like a bad dream, Sally. Just one of them nights when everything went wrong. To begin with, I cook a fine supper for our boat captain, Lieutenant Gilling, only we call him captain on the PT, which he is captain of, even if he's only a lieutenant. Anyway, I cook him a fine supper, and he didn't eat one bite hardly. Not one bite. Made me feel like 2 cents, Sally. I guess the captain don't realize an army travels on its stomach, even in the Navy.
Say, that fish looks good, Cook.
Thanks, Captain.
What kind is it?
It's some kind of tropical fish, sir. Notice how much bigger they are here than home?
What's bigger?
The tropical fish here, sir. My mother's got a whole tank of them. There ain't a mouthful in 100.
Captain Gillen. Captain Gillen.
I'll see who that is. Will you call him?
Yes, sir. The captain's below. Who wants it?
Commander Barnes.
Oh, the commander.
Yes, sir. It's the squadron commander, sir.
Yes, I know. Tell him I'll be right up.
Thought he's coming below, sir. There's enough fish, sir, if you want to ask him for chow.
Thanks, Colwell. Hello, Commander.
Hello, Captain. Sorry to interrupt you, chow.
Will you join me, sir?
Not now, thanks. What I want to know is when your boat will be ready for duty again.
Well, not before tomorrow, sir. Those motors were in tough shape.
Do any of them work now?
Well, there's one motor we can depend on, sir.
Well, patch up the other two the best you can. Prepare to put to sea with the patrol tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
We won't have much speed, sir.
Well, my orders are that every motor torpedo boat in the squadron must be off Guadalcanal tonight. Ready for action.
I take it there's something up, sir.
There's a Jap task force somewhere in this area. We expect them to attack during the night. And you know what our naval strength is here at the present moment.
Yes, I do. Commander, I wonder if I could get a couple of replacements. Two of my crew are in the hospital.
There aren't any replacements, Captain.
I see, sir. I'll get busy on those motors.
And, look, if you can't get your speed up to what it should be, don't risk going in close to fire your torpedoes, or you'll never get away. 1,000 yards to the inside.
1,000 yards, you think, sir?
With an unreliable boat, anything closer could be suicide.
I'll remember that, sir.
I'll expect you on a patrol then, Captain. We leave Tulaga here at 1900.
Yes, sir.
I brought you another helping of fish, sir, and some more butter sauce.
No, thanks, Colwell. I didn't need all this. Say, if Ensign Stack comes looking for me, I'm forward in the engine room.
Yes, sir. Shall I keep some fish hot for you, sir?
Don't bother, Colwell. I'm not hungry tonight.
And then, Sally, as soon as I get my dishes done, I get in trouble with the engineer. He yelled at me and ordered me out of the engine room. Right in front of the Betts brothers, too. They're the ones I wrote you who like ketchup on everything. Why should the engineer humiliate me like that, Sally? All I did was ask him a civil question, and he throws me out. I don't get it.
There you see, Captain. Purrs, just like a cat.
Is that the best you can do, Hanson?
I'm not Thomas Alva Edison, Captain.
Turn that thing off a minute. Hanson, I don't care how you do it, but I want all three of these motors in some kind of shape 1 hour from now.
Listen, Captain, I'm not...
I know you're not Thomas Alva Edison, but we go on patrol tonight.
Two of those motors are in awful shape.
They're not in half as bad a shape as those Marines on Guadalcanal will be tomorrow if we don't stop these Jap ships.
I don't know what I can do, Captain. I'll do something.
Okay, Thomas Alva.
Wonder who he thinks I am. Superman? Say, Hancy, listen to this number 2 motor. All right. Turn her over, Red. Ain't that sweet? Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that'll do. Well, now, that makes 2 we got. All right. Come on, now. Let's get the saltwater gremlins out of this number 3 job. Okay, Hancy. All right. Start her up, Ed. Okay, Hancy. Wow. Boy. Oh, a minute.
Keep your shirt on, Handy. Won't help on the ticket.
Where's the engineer, Betts?
He's right there, Joe.
Where?
Right there, under the grease.
Mr. Hanson, I want to ask you something.
What? I can't hear.
I want to ask you something.
Look, Cook. These engines have got to be ready in 1 hour.
Well, it's important.
What? What's that?
I can't tell you with that motor going.
All right, shut it off, Bet. Now, what is it you want, Cook?
What kind of sandwiches would you like tonight on patrol?
What kind of what?
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, on patrol tonight.
Sandwiches. Get out of the engine room. Get
Yeah,
out.
but you with me.
Get out.
On top of everything else, we got 2 guys sick, Sally. So I made some broth out of that receipt of my mother's. Guess what? They never even got it. Gee, what a night.
Did you check your tin fish tubes?
Torpedoes okay, Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, check.
That's charges.
Check, Captain.
Now listen, Tubes, Mackie won't be with us tonight.
Jablowski's still laid up, too, is he, sir?
Yes, both of them. You know who's wearing quarter stations, do you?
Yes, sir. In action at dead Betts, aft on the Gatherkin gun. I take the starboard fin mount. Cook takes the port mount.
Yes, be sure you let them both know you're taking over for Mackie.
I'll tell him right away, sir.
Very well. We shove off in 5 minutes.
Cookie! Cookie! Spark, you seen Joe?
Yeah, there he is, coming down the dock.
Thanks. Hey, Cookie!
Who wants me?
Where you been? You're almost going to shove off.
I took some broth for Mackie and Jablowski. That hospital food ain't so tasty.
You see him?
No, I left it there for. Some broth, too. If Popeye got a spoonful of that, he'd give up spinach.
We sure could use those two boys tonight.
Why?
Looks like Jiu-Jitsu's coming to call.
Oh, who cares about them Japs?
Them Japs can fight, Cookie.
How can they fight? They don't eat right. They ain't got blood inside. They got rice.
Ah, listen. I take over for Mackie. If there's action, you know your station.
Yeah, that gun over there. What's into that?
No more than you think, Cookie.
Oh, I gotta tell Captain I'm back. He gave me leave to go. Reporting back to duty, sir.
All right, Caldwell.
Hello?
Engine room, calling captain.
Engine room on the phone, sir.
Thanks. How are you coming on the motors, engine room?
Yeah, well, we got them running, sir.
Good work, Hanson.
Yeah, but they can't be depended on those, sir.
Well, do the best you can. Stand by to get underway, Hanson.
Wait a minute, Captain. The word, hey!
Who's that calling?
That's Mackie, sir, and Jablonski.
Mackie and Jablonski.
Now, Mackie's got the bandage on his head, see, sir?
Hello, Captain. Reporting for duty, sir.
How did you two get out of the hospital?
The doctor said it was okay, sir.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yes, sir. He agrees with us that salt water would be very good.
Oh, really?
You can use this, can't you, sir?
We can use you, yes, but
We feel fine, Captain.
Fine, Captain. The only thing I need to feel perfect is to get the jab that nicked me in the dome.
very well. Cheer post.
That's all. It's done it. It's done it.
What did what, Cook?
My mother's broth. It made you well.
What blood are you talking about?
That broth I brought you to the hospital. I gave it to a nurse for you.
Oh, yeah, Joe. Yeah, she brought it in just as we were leaving.
But you mean you didn't drink it?
Oh, we didn't have time.
Well, that's my mother's best receipt. Just wasted.
Oh, no, Joe. They don't waste nothing at the hospital. Tomorrow, some poor wounded guy's going to drink your soup. Don't worry.
Now, I can tell, Cook. It might even be you.
Well, that's okay with me as long as good food ain't thrown away. Some night, Sally, the radio man spilled my salt over the whole boat almost. And before that, I caught Ed Betts with his greasy hands in my condiments. Honest, Sally, with my luck, I could bet the sun would set in the west and it would catch in a tree.
Hey, Cook, where do you keep a ketchup?
Wait a minute, I'll get it. How many times do I have to tell you guys not to monkey around my galley beds?
All I want's a ketchup, Joe.
Well, then ask me for it. I don't want you messing around here any more than you want me in the engine room.
Oh, don't be sore about that, Joe. We were going nuts over them motors.
Just the same when you want ketchup, ask for it.
Can I have the ketchup, Joe?
What do you want it for?
I and Paul want it for our ham sandwiches.
Here, take the mustard.
We don't want mustard.
Mustard's for ham. Take it.
But Paul and I like ketchup.
I don't care. Ketchup ain't for ham.
Well, I'm sorry about the engine room, Joe. We didn't mean to put you out on us.
Okay.
Anyway, it really wasn't Paul and I that did it. It was Hansie. Can we have the ketchup, Joe? Please?
All right, then, if you want to spoil your sandwich.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
But next time, ask me for it.
Yeah, sure. Look, Joe, don't be sore at Hansie. He didn't mean nothing. He gets excited about the motors, that's all.
The trouble with Hansie is he never thinks about nothing but motors. He's got a one-track mind. Well, I got to take some chow this far. That's a nice tune on the radio, Spark.
Got a good phone, that portable.
That's coming from Pomania.
San Francisco.
How you there, boy? Good sound.
It's going me. I live there.
Best spaghetti I ever had, I had there.
It's a real good town, Joe.
Well, here's a sandwich and a couple of hard-boiled eggs for you, Spark.
Thanks, Cook.
I knew you couldn't leave your panel, so I brought it.
How about breakfast in bed tomorrow?
It should be funny.
Been on deck, Joe?
Yeah. Tried to get the captain to eat a sandwich. He'll kill his stomach.
Everything quiet topside?
Yeah.
Funny.
Right.
It's getting late.
Well, don't it usually get that way every night?
Talking about the Japs, Joe. Coming, I wish they'd come and get it over with. Think they'll attack?
Well, how would I know? That ain't my department.
Give me a salt cellar, Joe.
Here. I knew you'd be asking me for salt.
Can't take an egg without it.
Yeah, but you use too much salt. What's the matter? Stuck?
How do you take the top off?
Just unscrew it. Say, what are you doing with that pencil?
Loosening the salt up.
That dirty pencil, my queen salt. Give it here.
Come on, calling.
Squadron commander, this is it.
Sparks, you spilled my salt.
Shut up.
Rice rats are coming out of the west.
Rice rides at Coney Island, northwest.
The Japs are running Savo Island, Captain.
Rice rides at Coney, all parrots. All parrots.
Deploying attack, Captain.
Battle station! Battle station! Confirmed. Wilco Bob. Wilco George. Rice rides at Coney, northwest, all parrots. Confirmed. Wilco Gill. Wilco Harry. Wilco Jap. Battle station!
Darn it, Spock, you spilled my salt. That's unlucky.
You are listening to William Bendix as Joe Caldwell in The Cook on the PT Boat Writes Home on the Cavalcade of America, sponsored by DuPont. Joe, a PT boat cook who mans a gun but loves his pots and pans, is writing home to Sally Lou. Joe had a bad night last night, and he's writing her all about it.
Ever have a compliment make you mad, Sally? That's what I had last night. A compliment that burned me right up. The quartermaster and the torpedo man have neither of them not ever said one nice thing about my cooking, except to say it's lousy. Finally, last night, they both said I was a great guy. For what? For my cooking? Oh, no. Only for doing a lousy little deck job anybody could have done. You should know what happened.
Well, here we are at Sleepless Lagoon, boys. There's Savo Island.
I don't see no Jack.
What do you think, Joe? They have Japanese lanterns strung all over their decks?
Well, all I said was I didn't see no Jack.
Just hope we see them before they see us.
We ought to. They got the moon behind them.
If only the darn moon had come out back of those clouds.
Kind of a pretty night at that.
Shut up, will you, Cook?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Pretty night, I said butt you and a pretty kisser.
Yeah, you and who else, Shrimpo?
Oh, the shrimp.
You ain't wide enough to bless yourself, Chaplowski.
Take it easy, boy. Take it easy.
I'm sorry, Joe. Before action, I was getting nervous. I can't help it.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. It's just like when I was a kid in Scranton. After school, we used to have rock fights. Once got throwing stuff, I felt fine. But beforehand, I can't help it, Joe. My stomach just comes up and shakes hands with my back teeth.
I know how you feel, Shabby. I had that once.
You, Cookie?
Yeah?
I thought nothing ever bothered you.
Oh, this once, oh boy. It was when I was working at Nick's, see? I'm all alone late one night, and this fella comes in.
Yeah?
Yeah, he looks familiar, but I can't place him, see? He orders a hamburger, medium rare, but definitely without onions.
Then what?
While I'm fixing the hamburger, I remember I seen his picture in the paper. Then like that, it comes to me who he is. And boy, I was like jelly.
Who was it? Dillinger, maybe?
No, it was my congressman. He'd heard about my hamburgers, and I was scared stiff I wouldn't cook it right.
Oh, it's hamburger.
At that, I almost gave him onions.
Here comes the moon out of the clouds.
Now we see what we... Look! Jap cruiser and destroyer brought on the port bow! Cruiser and destroyer brought on the port bow!
Stand by to attack!
Slow down to hunt speed. Engine room, how many RPMs can we make if we have to?
2,000, sir, if the motor's staying up.
Well, see that they do, understand?
Listen, Captain, I'm not...
Ready on torpedoes, tube.
Check, Captain.
Now, here's the plan, Mr. Stack. We move forward at hunt speed, sneak through the destroyer screen, and get that cruiser.
At what range, sir?
600 yards.
600 yards, sir.
Right. What do you estimate our distance now?
About 1,000 yards, sir.
You men on the machine guns, watch for destroyers. If they spot us, shoot their lights out.
All set on the gun, sir. Ready on the port gun, Cook.
Okay.
Hey, Cookie.
What do you want, Suits?
Shoot like you cook, kid. You'll kill 'em all.
Why don't you wise guys jump overboard?
Distance, Mr. Stack?
800 yards, sir.
A little less, if anything.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to increase speed slightly, sir?
No, our wake would show if we did.
These last few yards take forever. You ever noticed, sir?
I have, Mr. Stack.
700 yards, sir.
There's a destroyer. Say your prayers.
I think we're going to get by it, sir.
Yeah.
Boy, this is our lucky night.
So far, Mr. Stack.
600 yards, sir.
Well, here's good hunting. Ready on the number 1 torpedo.
Ready the number 1 torpedo, sir.
Fire 1.
Fire 1.
Ready on the number 2 torpedo.
Ready the number 2 torpedo, sir.
Fire 2.
Fire 2.
Look at him run. Hot Satan normal.
Ready on the number 3 torpedo.
Ready the number 3 torpedo, sir.
Fire 3.
Fire 3.
Ready on the number 4 torpedo.
Ready the number 4 torpedo, sir.
Fire 4.
Fire 4.
One of those fish ought to hit.
take them about 35 seconds to travel that distance, sir.
30 seconds now. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
I guess we missed on the first two, sir.
Begins to look like we missed on all. Hang on, boys! We're going home! Hard starboard! Full speed ahead!
Here comes the destroyer, sir.
Shoot out the lights! Shoot the lights!
Cook, shoot for the light! Shoot for the light!
That how you mean?
Cook shot their lights out! Cook shot their lights out!
Attaboy, Cookie. You're a great guy.
Well, if I'm such a great guy, too, let her keep my pie crust.
Hello.
Motor's beginning to kick up.
The engine room says the motors are starting to go, sir.
Go below, Stack. See what can be done.
Yes, sir. But I tell you, you've got to do something, Hank.
It's impossible, sir.
But the destroyer that's after us can make more speed than we can.
I can't help it, sir.
Well, I'll go tell the captain.
Mr. Stack's port gun mount's been knocked out.
All right, I'll take a look. Guns are gone, eh, Caldwell?
Yes, sir.
You hurt?
All okay, sir.
Good.
Excuse me, sir, but could I ask you a question?
Yes, what is it?
Well, I know you know plenty, you read and all that.
What is it, Caldwell?
In your opinion, where would be the best place to open a restaurant?
How in the name of jumping Judas do I know? A restaurant of all the idiotic...
What's the good word on the motor?
The good word is lousy.
You think it's funny?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm laughing at the cook. The only thing that's worrying him now is where he can open a restaurant.
Well, he'll have a choice of two places, heaven or else.
Just because I read, he thinks I should know everything.
Ever read How to Get Away from a Destroyer and 10 Easy Lessons?
Well, as a matter of fact, I did read something about a destroyer, sir. It was with an English motor torpedo boat.
What about it?
They cut in front of the destroyer, sir, and shoved the depth charge right under its nose.
Well, if it's good enough for an Englishman, it's good enough for me. Let's go.
Well, if we miss, sir, we get rammed, you know.
If we've got to get it, let's get it attacking, Mr. Stack.
Yes, sir.
Set a depth charge for 50 feet, too.
Depth charge, 50 feet, sir.
Stand out to drop depth charge.
Aye.
Gunners, shoot for the destroyer deck. Knock out their machine guns.
Sir, may I go aft and tell him when to drop the charge?
Go ahead, Stack. Good hunting.
Go, look. We're heading right for the destroyer.
So what?
We haven't any torpedoes left. What are we going to do? Hit him with our fists?
The captain knows what he's doing.
Not if he's trying to ram a destroyer with a PT boat, he doesn't.
Maybe we're going to do something with this depth charge.
Stand by on the depth charge. Stand by, sir.
Stand by, sir.
Look at the destroyer, sir. They're going to run us down.
Up, charge!
Drop her, Toots.
It worked! It worked! We hit her, sir! We hit her!
He's hurt.
Give me a hand here, Joe. Ensign Stack's been hit.
This is a P.S., Sally. It is 2 hours later. I took time off to clean the icebox. Also, to take some grunt to Ensign Stack, who's in the hospital today. He felt fine after he drank it. He said we should open Joe's place in Tokyo. Do you think he was kidding, Sally?
Thank you, William Bendix. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll hear again from Miss Bendix in a few moments. Before we do, we would like to tell you what Lamont DuPont, chairman of the board of the DuPont Company, said today in commenting on the country's all-out production for the war effort. Mr. DuPont said, quote, "Times certainly have changed in the chemical industry since the First World War. Then we were making little else than explosives and considered ourselves mighty busy. Now we're beating the First World War records by wide margins and making a great variety of chemicals besides. The quality of the explosives is higher, the cost to the government is lower, and the safety in manufacture is setting all-time records. DuPont-operated plants alone are turning out greater quantities of military propellants than the entire American explosives industry did at its peak in 1918. But for every man in these plants, we have another man working in other plants, making dyes, rayon, nylon, plastics, synthetic rubber, yes, hundreds of other products which are as necessary to the war effort as gunpowder or TNT. The great change that the passing years has brought is evinced by these chemical materials which were developed for peacetime uses and now have been conscripted for wartime needs. Without them, the present war could not be won, and not a few of them were non-existent in the last war. The chemical scientists had not thought of nylon in 1917. It wasn't even a word. Yet every pound of nylon we can make today is doing the work for many vital military purposes that silk, which no longer is available, had to do in other wars. We did not know how to make synthetic rubber in the last war, and with the natural rubber supply cut off, we needed more than almost any other material for our military airplanes, trucks, and jeeps. American chemists and engineers have provided neoprene for us in recent years and adapted Buna to American use. Synthetic rubber is giving service now on American military vehicles at home and abroad. There was only one small factory in the whole United States making rayon in 1917 and 1918. Rayon then was totally without military value. Today, in contrast, it is needed for heavy-duty tires, for machinery packings, and a good part of the population is clothed in it. As to dyes, in 1917-18 we had trouble in getting dyes even for our postage stamps and paper money, because the Germans controlled 90% of the supply. Now the industry is making all the dyes required for military and civilian purposes. The plastics industry was still in its infancy during the First World War. Its principal development has come about in the past dozen years. Plastics are used in every military plane that takes the air. Greater developments are still ahead. We expect greater changes than any we have known. The public is looking for new things, more and more of them. And incidentally, it isn't going to be disappointed. As a people, we have developed an unprecedented degree of faith in the power of science to remake the world for the better. The chemical industry must maintain a discreet silence as to any accomplishment since the war started. But this much can be said. Science has a good chance to succeed in doing what the people want, thus providing better things for better living through chemistry. And now, Cavalcade star of the evening, William Bendix.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Inasmuch as the character I played on tonight's Cavalcade was a lad who knew his food, and inasmuch as every one of us today should know our calories and points, I'd like to urge all of you to see the United States Department of Agriculture's new stage presentation, It's Up to You. It opens here in New York in a couple of days, and soon it will play throughout the country. Your local papers will announce the time and place. I've seen a preview. It's a splendid presentation of a problem every American will want to share, so that the men behind the guns will get the best first. Thank you.
Older than the United States itself is the United States Coast Guard, which in time of war has the tough assignment of convoy duty, landing troops, and anti-submarine patrol. Our play next week is about the Coast Guard. It is called Submarine Astern, and our star is the popular screen player, Ray Milland. Be with us again next week when Cavalcade presents Ray Milland in an exciting drama of the United States Coast Guard, Submarine Astern. The orchestra and musical score on tonight's Cavalcade were under the direction of Don Bury. Cavalcade is pleased to inform its audience that William Bendix, star of our play tonight, will soon be seen in the new Paramount picture, China. This is Clayton Collier sending best wishes from Cavalcade's sponsor, the DuPont Company of Wilmington, Delaware.
This
program has come to you from New York. This is the National Broadcasting Company.